10 seconds.
Catch you on the flap side.
Can we get a monster check, please?
6, 5,
Go to black.
4, 3.
7 WEOB, The Asylum.
And Grandma, what big teeth you have.
Well, my dear, all the better to eat. Huh?
I think somebody's hungry.
Honey Nut Cheerios. I hate it when this happens.
Because real golden honey makes every so irresistible. Nobody can say no.
Sorry, Red. Nothing personal.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Now I feel just awful about that grandma thing.
Hello everybody, I'm the Loud House Critic, one guy with 1,000 views and all the episodes I must review. I suppose you all enjoyed the Mother's Day episode, and even Room with a Feud. Now that I actually gone into Requests Month, it's time for me to actually see what kind of episodes I gotta do this month. And this was actually the second episode I actually pulled out of the Loud House had, and trust me, next week's review is not gonna look good either. You're probably even wondering, what the hell kind of episode am I actually doing today? Frame on you. The 47th episode, and it's in season 5 of the Loud House, and what's likely above all, the 246th episode. You know, when I heard about this episode, somehow it made me not want to go in to watch it, but I had to watch it to actually see how this was going to end season 5. Or nearly so, I thought this was actually a different episode that didn't end on season 5 when I thought High Crimes did. But somewhere in the production number, this was the actual one that actually ended season 5 of the Loud House. Nothing spectacular or nothing new with this episode. It just doesn't feel quite jarring. Sorry, let me say that again. What I mean is that it doesn't seem too fitting to actually be an episode. But I gotta hand it, at least this episode was so much better than the other episode that where Chandler was actually somewhere in charge. And I fucking hated that episode. But could this episode live up to that expectation? As scary as we found that Judge Doom was the one who actually framed Roger Rabbit? Or is this gonna be one butt ugly mystery? Let's start writing our wills.
To our own Liam Honeycutt, whose cow Daisy gave birth to a baby boy. The proud mom had this to say, "Moo!"
Oh yeah, in other news, a gay horse had this to say, "Hey!" I'm sorry, where's this even going? You're supposed to be talking about people, not animals.
Survey says
Moo, moo, moo! Quack! No sign of the twerps. Just a cow, I think. Quack! What cow goes quack?
Now to Clyde McBride with Clyde's Culture Corner. Thanks, Lincoln! Girl Jordan is about to break the school record for the most books checked out. A whopping 47!
Bullshit. That looks like 17 on her head. Plus 18 that the librarian's actually gonna add on to. Nobody's got the balls to actually do that. Hell, I can hang upside down for nearly 10 minutes and not feel nauseating. I kid you not, I nearly did it for 10 minutes because I was watching this Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Michelangelo doing it.
Guys, I'm in the zone. There's literally nothing that could break me right now. Starting to break.
I'm getting a break Breaking bulletin. A suspect is in the principal's office in connection with the stink bomb thrown at last night's dance. We now go to Stella's.
You better hell not puke in front of the camera, man. You better drink it, young fella. Now, Stella's actually somewhere in the office, and they're gonna find out who the suspect is.
Oh!
Rusty?
No! Are you shitting me?
I was as shocked as you.
Yep, called it. I'm about as shocked as anybody else out there, but it's clearly obvious that the same person who actually has the same colored shirt and the same short, shaggy pants. This causes Rusty to be suspended. But of course, as dumb as they come and go, the principal doesn't even say why or who was even there, as I can't even fucking imagine about why she would be smart enough to send Lincoln to Canada.
Now this is a perfect example of why democracy will never work in this country.
Oh, I hate having to escort one of my baby birds off property.
Oh, pull yourself together, madam.
Thanks for ruining our dance!
Go f*** yourself.
Nice job, clown.
Go f*** yourself.
Dance ruiner.
Go f*** yourself.
This is bone. This is so fucking bone!
Anything else?
Yeah. What does bone mean?
Bone. Bollocks. Naff. Not very good.
We have to clear Rusty's name. This calls for an Action News Team special investigation.
You know, watching this episode kind of reminds me of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But then again, this doesn't even feel like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Alright, shut your assholes. Here's how we're gonna do this shit.
We start by interrogating these so-called witnesses.
Wait, how do we find out their names?
I can help you get them.
This would not even take a fucking fourth grader to figure out who that is.
You guys don't recognize me? These sweet moves ring any bells? Ooh, yeah.
Rusty?
Duh, no shit, Sherlock. And it even makes me feel weird about him dressing up like a girl every time. But it ain't his first time that he actually dressed up as a girl before. Yeah, and that episode I'm gonna destroy this year.
Survey says...
I had to come back to clear my name. Up till now, everybody at school loved the Russ man, mainly because of my sick dancing. Ooh, ooh.
Please stop that!
Seriously, Rusty, one wrong move and you are done for. Don't give yourself too much damn credit on the dance move, otherwise people are gonna recognize you. Then again, they might be stupid as they were before not to even recognize you at all.
Wait, you said you could help us get the names of the witnesses?
Yep, I set up a meeting today with an informant out by the dumpsters.
Hey, what are you doing here? As a substitute teacher, you should be in class. I'll show you where it is. By the way, I love the heels.
We're totally lesbian gay.
Go, meet the informant. She goes by the name Midnight Goose.
See that? Dumb as all hell she is. That's why she can't even tell that's Rusty. Even when he was talking. But Lincoln and the gang actually head down to the dumpster to actually go check out the person that Rusty spoke about.
Honk, honk, y'all.
Hi, Meryl.
Shh. It's Midnight Goose.
That was excruciating to watch.
What kind of name is Midnight Goose? You could name yourself Baba Black Sheep.
Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool?
Yeah. 3 bags full. Do we have to do this every time I make a delivery?
That was, really unusual.
So Lincoln and the Action Team gang actually split up to actually check out the witnesses who were actually there from the incident.
Coach Keck, you were a chaperone at the dance last night and claimed to see Rusty throw the stink bomb.
But, weren't you across the gym? And, ain't you severely nearsighted?
You betcha that I saw the whole thing with these new specs.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Good God!
Whoa, shit! It's even scarier than how Lisa's glasses look.
Down to Rusty's pearl cufflinks. Yep, never miss a thing now. Like the ball-headed at Zach.
Mantis, look out!
Thanks for the warning, jackass. Now that we go to the long time no see Paige ever since Ella's for her love in the girls' restroom.
Hey, you claim Rusty threw the stink bomb, but are you sure? Well...
We're gonna have you drummed out of this business.
I was recording Christina and me working on our Ooh Girl harmonies, and I got this in the background. Ooh, 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 girl.
Huh, new orgasm. Could use some work. There's a sex education routine after school. Can't miss it by 3 o'clock.
Yo, everybody! I'm the one who just threw that epic stink bomb.
That could be anybody.
I don't think Caitlin's crying.
Oops. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Let's do it again.
I never seen Stella so much at her funniest, but that one kind of made me laugh for how the way her feet just actually did that by multiplying by themselves. But as painful as everybody else doesn't want to see this dude stick anymore, Lincoln and Clyde actually approach him.
Admit it, Chandler. You're lying about Rusty. Yeah, let's see some proof.
Ha! Nothing to say, Chandler? Well, this seems like he's out the hook for now. But if I ever find out you're lying, I will fuck you and your mom.
I came out wrong. I meant to say...
If I find out that you're lying, I'll cut your hairless little prick off before you even figure out what it's for.
Do you understand?
Alrighty, job well done. Now let's get on.
Oh, it's not looking good for Rusty. But I just know deep down in my gizzard, he's not guilty.
Hey gang, sorry I'm late. I had all these papers to grade.
You know you're not actually a teacher, right?
This little guy begs to differ.
For you see, the other raptors and I have constructed a crude suspension bridge to Venezuela. Once there, I shall lie low and assume odd jobs under the name Mr. Pilkington.
Faculty lounge key. Been loaded up on free sugar packs all day.
What's the good of that?
Yeah, do yourself a favor. Don't go chasing diabetes like Captain Hook is already chasing cancer.
That's not funny.
I laugh when I'm sad.
Bad news, Rusty. All the witnesses were actually credible.
Plus, Chandler has a video of what looks like you throwing the stink bomb last night at 7:21.
Guys, that proves I didn't do it. I wasn't at the gym at the time. I ran to Flip's to get more cologne.
Flip! He can confirm Rusty's alibi.
Flip? Oh God, no. No. This sounds like a bad idea, a really bad idea. But what the fuck? Let's actually talk to this fat turd.
It's got no comment about the skunk meat allegations.
No, we're here to... Skunk meat and what?
Taquitos. That'll be $10. Flip's charging to answer questions from reporters now.
You know what?
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, and that will be the last time you guys ever ask questions to Flip, because he sounds like a jackass fucked his mother. So Lincoln and the actual action team actually head back to the scene of the crime. But it's late at night, and I'm surprised that no security guard is actually on duty at this time.
Guys, somebody hid this under the bleachers. Stink bombs! And these mints.
You know, I do not have a single stink bomb. I do have a bunch of smoke bombs. I got noisemakers, like pop-its, and I do have a bunch of firecrackers. I've been saving all some half of this explosive stuff of fireworks in case we have a zombie apocalypse. You never know when it will happen. Everything in our world is working mysterious.
A study by the University of Leicester theorized that in about 100 days, humankind would fall to the apocalypse. There would be less than 300 human survivors, and the zombies would outnumber us 1,000,000 to 1.
Dad, the zombies are on the way. Shouldn't we do something?
Not now, Lisa. I'm trying to listen to the baseball game.
Hey, those are from my dad's suit shop. He hand makes them. They taste like real artificial mint.
So whoever threw the stink bomb at the dance went to Duds for Dudes.
To rent a white suit like the one Rusty wore, so they could
frame him! That means if we check the rental records, we'll have our culprit.
High five! Killing it!
Sounds easy peasy. And I think I remember seeing him actually in a white suit and back out there, which somewhat I still need to take a look at and actually review. And I also did remember him wearing it in Be Still My Heart. So Lincoln and the team actually searched Rusty's dad's office, but somehow he's not even there to actually lend them it, besides them just snooping around in the back without their permission. Oh well, it's this kind of universe where many adults don't even give a shit about their jobs.
I found the suit rental sheet!
Huh. 3 guys from school rented white suits for the dance. Chad, Dirk, and Jordan.
For the names that are on that list, I want you all to remember the Jordan name. It's really important. And trust me, it came in handy for my brain when I first watched this.
Let's get dangerous. Let's get dangerous.
Oh, I couldn't have thrown the stink bomb. I have a super sensitive nose. Stinky stuff makes me puke.
Looks kinda suspicious to me.
You okay? He surrendered almost without a fight. I don't like it.
Boy, my Peggy sure do itch. I tell you, plowing the onion field with my feet, she's got 'em all right.
Oh, the jelly is delicious, but you have to hold your nose.
Oh, gracious me! What will I do with all this tuna fish I left in the sun?
Oh, look, y'all! I got my period!
Pussy, pussy, pussy.
And who gave Clyde permission to actually bring a wheelbarrow into the school and have all that shit filled up and dump it on the school floor? But this burns the first suspect off their list. Now they get the other two out of the way.
I was in the gym bathroom when the stink bomb went off. Mr. Bullhoffner was showing us how to wrestle a bobcat. It shredded my suit.
Anything could have done that.
Wait, what did you say? Did you just say Mr. Bullhoffner was teaching you guys how to wrestle a bobcat? Who the fuck put these people in charge of this middle school? I swear, they really don't care about the kids these days. Of course, you all know which people I'm actually talking about.
Attention students, don't forget today's pep rally. Oh, and there's a bobcat on the loose. Don't just stand there, Bullhoffner, go get it.
You're not getting your goddamn paycheck for this one.
I don't know about you, but seeing how this is actually going on in the show makes me realize I shouldn't even go back to high school if they're gonna have wild animals running around through it. I remember there was a deer one time that ran through the high school, but this was at a different school. The actual school I went to, they actually had a squirrel actually running around the high school. But seeing how both suspects are actually not responsible for Rusty actually being punished, there is one more suspect, and I want you all to remember what I just said to you guys about this Jordan character.
Confess, Boy Jordan.
Boy Jordan? Wow. I never knew there could be a character named Boy Jordan. Seriously, what is it with these kind of names? Can we just call it Jordan?
Did you tell her that you got two sets of genitals? And a poochie? And a poochie? And a poochie? And a poochie?
You rented a white suit so you could throw the stink bomb at the dance and pin it all on Rusty.
Well, what have you got to say for yourself?
What are you talking about? I didn't rent a suit for the dance. Andrew and I went in cat onesies.
Aww.
Shut up. Pull yourself together, everybody. It's not even that appealing. I dressed as a cow one time during drama theater class, and I looked completely ridiculous.
Rusty said I must have written it down wrong. Maybe it was another J name. James, Jason, Jackson?
I wanna rock with you all night, dancing to the sun.
Would you get out of here?
I'm really sorry we couldn't clear your name, Rusty.
Thanks for trying, guys. I'll just stay in disguise until the end of middle school.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny how the way he just talked to a kid named Boy Jordan, and when I was watching this, wait a minute, Jordan. I said, wait a minute. What if this is not the actual Jordan we're actually talking about? What if this Boy Jordan is actually a girl? Doesn't it sound too obvious to anybody to actually figure this out already? I wouldn't mind it, except I think half of this plot actually reminds us of Crimes of Fashion once you put 2 and 2 together.
3, 2.
Today's top news story. Turns out Liam's baby boy calf is actually a girl.
What?
Excuse me?
When pressed about the error, Liam's meatball said,
That's it. That's the connection.
It's hard to tell.
You guys, I know who framed Rusty. Principal Ramirez, meet us at the lockers immediately. News team, follow me.
Wow, I'm surprised that Stella has the brains to actually figure this shit out. They just put this Boy Jordan character in here just for the amount of filler. Shit, you might as well be having a different kind of name, Girl Chandler.
Suppose you're walking in a park and a bird flies above and shits on you.
You keep it down, I'm giving a pop quiz. Hey, what's going on?
I know who the actual stink bomb culprit is. Girl Jordan.
Of course, there are 2 Jordans.
Once again, a random amount of filler. Since when did we start having 2 Jordans in this fucking school? What exactly was this writer thinking? Oh yeah, I said the writer since one person actually wrote this story. Surprised he didn't actually get help on this one.
That's absurd. I didn't do it.
Oh no.
Then open your locker.
Just do it.
Fine.
It was you!
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Now I gotcha.
I totally guessed that.
You said it was Becky. I am as shocked as you are. Who put this in my locker? That's what you should be investigating right now.
It's so funny how everybody else has got the same face gesture, but Clyde has a different kind of look on his face, like he's so troubly confusing about. I don't understand why. And as for this girl, Jordan...
Go on.
Confess.
Okay, it was me. I framed Rusty.
Roll the weasel. Guess the cat's out of the bag, eh? Now was that so hard?
I'm about as shocked that girl Jordan would actually do some stupid shit like this. And I just hate how they just put her out of character in this episode. Even if they were trying to do some development on her, but seriously, they don't have to make her unlikable against Lincoln and the gang, or at least Rusty at this point. But let's hear why she did this stupid shit.
Because I was mad at you. Rusty and I were home ec partners. It was our final project, sponge cake.
Let's see. That is.
It was flawless until...
Check out the Rust Man's newest move.
You black, white, gold, Egyptian, statue-looking mother...
It was the first F I ever got. I knew I had to get him back.
This is a pretty hardcore origin story.
But nobody's perfect. Rich millionaire people might think they are, but seriously, they're really not.
Dear God, don't let this bird taste like a shoe like it did last year. Let it be tender and moist just for one.
Jackass.
Did the same style white suit Rusty wears to every school event. I found a red clown wig.
Wow, this is something else. Found a red clown wig. Shit, she technically is a clown. I didn't really enjoy her pool party in the first place. Except when I skinny dipped at midnight.
I even studied his voice.
And they were like, no way you could eat that entire hoagie, dog. Dog.
That's when I knew I was ready.
Survey says...
I'm something ripped. No, I'm not wearing pants.
Wow, that's the kind of laziness that I never expect a girl to actually sound like an actual boy. Then again, there are some girls that are actually playing a couple of boy characters in a Nickelodeon show and even on Cartoon Network, but not to exactly sound like the actual boy character. Hell, no other girl character can actually voice Lincoln loud once you think about it. There has been every single young boy who's actually voiced Lincoln, and I still think Asher Bishop is the best Lincoln. And I'm not too sure if there actually has been a movie about a girl actually pretending to be a boy in live action, but I've seen so many that guys have actually disguised themselves as girls when they're being undercover, and Robin Williams did the best one. And again, for this girl, Jordan, try not to actually sound like a boy unless you even have a penis.
But the sad truth is, we don't. And some of us probably never will.
Can we go back to when you were maybe on drugs?
Wait a minute. You're telling me, in a fit of jealousy...
I'm really sorry. I went way too far.
Well, I'm sorry about the cake.
You can go ahead and suspend me, Principal Ramirez.
Please do that shit.
I sentence you to sudden, instant, and even immediate death.
Do you have to suspend Girl Jordan? Can't we just call it even?
Oh, please do it. A student that does stupid shit like this, they deserve to actually be punished so badly. Ain't no shame to actually give her detention for about a week. Suspend her ass. Give her Saturday school. Please do something about this. Please tell me you guys are actually thinking something different than just doing this.
Okay, I won't suspend her if you do me one favor and keep teaching. It's just so hard to find good subs these days.
God damn it!
Seriously, are you shitting me? You are totally made a bitch. You're letting a kid get away with murder? Honestly, I expected more out of this principal, but fuck that. Gotta be stupid as all everybody in hell is. Seriously, what the fuck kind of sample are these people actually setting for the kids out there if they do stupid shit like this in school? You're totally gonna let them get away with murder? You should be fired.
Fired, fired,
Fucking
fired!
You got it.
All right, everybody, back to class or it's a week's detention.
What is wrong with you?
shit, Rusty, you don't have to wear the damn costume. You could just be yourself. Everybody knows who you are now. Why put that back on? I tell you, people are nuts and they don't learn from their mistakes. Think of that one episode when he was dressed as Miss Johnson and everybody was stupid enough to not even know it was him. And yet this principal was doing the same kind of damn treatment that Miss Johnson gave him in the very end of that episode.
Survey says...
So this has been Frame on You. Sadly, there's not many words that only rhyme with bullshit. Okay, so I'm really not calling this a bad episode. I'm just gonna say it was sour. In a weird kind of way, it didn't end season 5 on a really good note. So yeah, we do have another episode that's actually centered around the school gang. And I have to admit, at least this episode is way much better than Broadcast Blues. And that's the holy fucking truth, I can tell ya. Everything from the very beginning, it was so fucking obvious that Rusty would never actually commit a crime. Not in a million days. Yeah, this led up to the real actual culprit, which was girl Jordan. Which is kind of fucked up when you ask me, how they totally put her out of character. Never expect her to actually do some stupid shit like this to Rusty. And yet her motivation was really dumb and really bland. I just hated the idea of it. It's like they just made something up. And the comedy wasn't even the best at it either, because I barely even got a laugh out of this episode. And plus, nothing is actually learned in this episode. Hell, when girl Jordan actually exposed for what she did, she doesn't get any sort of fucking punishment in the very end of this, which I wish they could have fucking did to her. Shit, what kind of sample are these writers actually setting for the young children out there? If they do something stupid like this in school, they think kids are actually gonna pay attention to this and they think they can actually get away with murder? I don't fucking think so. Everything was so fucking predictable and cliched. I cannot believe they would end season 5 on a really sour note with this episode. Because for a moment, I thought they actually ended the actual season with high crimes. But there was one day I went to talk to CC Trainer Ling, and he actually said that Frame on You was considered the actual final episode of season 5, which I cannot believe. Somehow, if high crimes actually ended season 5, it would have been a decent, good note, I could just say. But prepare to kick yourselves about what I think what really should have ended season 5 on a really good note. Camped. I mean, in season 3, they ended it with Cooked. So it would have made a lot more sense about Camp actually being the end of season 5. And plus, everything was not predictable or cliched in that episode. And everybody was really much likable in that episode. And the execution of that episode actually worked perfectly. This one did not. And I still can't believe how dumb the principal is, not even to tell that the substitute teacher was Rusty the whole time. Just as dumb as everybody else was in Stall Monitor that couldn't even tell that Rusty was dressed as Mrs. Johnson. So many rehashes and deja vu we're getting all over again. I just hope this doesn't go on forever. So for me, it kind of got good in the very start of this episode, but until it got to the middle of the second act, everything starts to slide downhill until we actually get to who the real criminal mastermind is. Made me wish that this one writer could have actually got more help writing this besides doing it on his own. So I clearly didn't enjoy this one too much. I'm the Loud House Critic, And hold on to your asses. We're going to something big and bad.
Me time, a little room to breathe. Time, a little quiet and peace I've never had.
Those other guys might be stuck at Aunt Ruth's, but Lincoln Loud doesn't roll that way. There's one member of Team Pop Pop who might be willing to switch with me.